guys, we're picking up where we left off with our Affinity lessons. I want to talk a bit about how the lessons will go. First off, I posted something on Twitter and it got a lot of great feedback, so thanks to all of you. Here's the plan for the lessons. We'll go through the tools menu step by step, checking out each tool one by one. While doing that, we'll also see how they connect with each other. Tools are basically our hands and feet, everything we use. Once we learn them, it'll make a lot more sense logically. And you could say we're already getting the hang of the program. I mentioned tools, but which tools exactly? You've known from the start of the lesson. We have 3 studios: Pixel, Vector, and Layout. Each one has different tools, but there are some tools they share. We'll start by focusing on the Pixel Studio, the part where we work with pixel-based stuff. We'll cover all the tools. Along with that, I want to do a complete A to Z course. There will be bonus videos in between too, so it's going to be pretty fast-paced. Binge practical solutions will come too. They'll cover different topics unrelated to the main lesson. I'll add those to the playlist as well, but for now, let's get into the lesson. What you see on the screen right now is a picture showing the shortcuts for the tools. A studio put this together. Let's take a look. No need to go into detail. Some friends made this site. Check it out. Every tool has a shortcut here. For example, today we'll be working with this tool, and its shortcut is the letter V. You can see it right here. Let's say rectangle dot, we've come to the tool, and its shortcut is the letter U. You don't need to just glance at these and memorize them. Over time, as you use them, you'll naturally memorize and get comfortable with them. I'm leaving this image as a link in the description below the video, so if you want, you can check it out there. Now, let's take a closer look at our first tool. I've created a blank page, and I'm there now. Before I explain our tool, check out the subtools under the tool I've selected here, Hungry. We used to call these subtools, remember? How can you open this? What's it used for? Let me quickly explain. Under the tool you see here, there are also subtools. So you see one tool, but notice there's a small arrow next to it. If you click on that once, you'll see the other tools hidden underneath it. For example, there are a lot under the rectangle tool. I clicked on that too. Now you see dozens of tools under it. When you click like this, you can quickly access the subtools on the side. And how do you open the subtools menu like you see here? You go to the View section from the drop-down menus. Then, from the Tools menu, you activate Subtools. That's how you open it, guys. What is the Move tool? What does it do? I'm going to bring 2 images onto my screen now. First, I added this photo and placed it in the corner. Then, I grabbed its corner, resized it, and aligned it on my page. After that, I went back to my folder and brought this ball photo here too. I'll grab its corner and enlarge it as well. While we're talking about tools, there's something I need to go over again. For every tool we select, a context toolbar pops up at the top, guys. What does that mean? It means we can adjust the settings for whatever tool we've picked right there. Watch how the settings change depending on what we choose. I picked the Move tool. I'll keep repeating this shortcut a lot so it sticks in our heads. After selecting it, look, this part here shows document settings too, but only for this tool. This section is specifically for the Move tool settings. Let's just look at the Move tool. It's the tool we use to move an object anywhere, work on it, and do transform operations. So I came and, for example, brought this ball closer to the player's foot and placed it there. And when I select any object, look, points appear around it. These are our transform points. If I click and drag these, I can make the selected object bigger or smaller. Also, you see there's a little handle at the top. Media can also rotate the path of the object I selected from there. I click on an empty spot on the screen. Let's see what the other options in the context toolbar do. When we say auto elect, it automatically selects whatever we click on. So if I turn this off, it won't know what to select when I click around. From the layers menu, you can pick any spot or it just selects whatever's at the top and sticks to that. Let me click on an empty spot again. When I turn auto elect on, it automatically selects whatever I click on right away. It selects. Next to it is the object selection tool. Right next to that is the group selection tool. What do these mean? Now I'm going to duplicate this ball here. For example, I made 3 copies. Then I grouped them using Ctrl G or Command G. I held down the Alt key and dragged it. I created another one from this group, so now there are 2 different groups here. You can see them. They also show up in the layers panel. If I go to the top menu and click the group option, it selects whatever I clicked on as a group. And he picked this group, then I came here and clicked. He selected the group here. Choosing a group really helps us a lot because you shouldn't think of a design like that. I mean, when you imagine a design with dozens of groups, instead of selecting them one by one to move them, if you pick the group option, it makes your job way easier. When I click on the object next to it, even if it's part of a group, it selects each thing I click on individually as separate objects. It moves independently from the group. That's the difference right there. When I come here and click, it automatically selects by default. So when I click here, it moves the whole group because that makes the most sense. Over time, you can figure out which way works best for you. Also, when you have the Move tool selected and right-click on any object, more options pop up related to that object. We're not going to go through all those settings one by one. That would take too long. But I went to the transform section here, and I want to teach you something. Let's say this soccer player is looking to the left. I want him to look from left to right, or I want to flip an object like a mirror image. While the Move tool is selected, I right-clicked and chose Flip Horizontal from the Transform options. When I did that, it flipped the player so he's looking from right to left instead of left to right. Then I did the same thing again, but this time I chose Flip Vertical from the Transform menu, and it flipped the player upside down like a mirror reflection from top to bottom. That's it. It rotates because of the mirror effect, guys. When you go to transform here and click rotate left or right, it changes it as a rotation. So it's like a shortcut for the spinning method I showed you at the beginning. Also, there's one more thing I want to mention about transform. But since we'll be using the transform section a lot in upcoming lessons, I'm not explaining everything here. I'm just covering the basic stuff that we'll actually need. Grab the corners and stretch it, or grab from the side corners. When you enlarge it, it grows proportionally, guys. It doesn't stretch, but if you hold down the shift key, see it stretches like this. When that chain icon is selected here, you can automatically resize it neatly without distorting the image. So let's say that, and now we've gotten to know the Move tool up close. I'm repeating what I mentioned at the start of the lesson. Under the Move tool, there are 3 more tools: Perspective, Warp, and Deform. They're all under the Move tool. We'll see what they're used for in the next lesson. See you in the next class, guys.